This is the week where everything changes. Yes, for the better. It's astrology time. Let's look at it. We start the week off with the moon in Leo on Monday in a harmonious aspect to the Venus retrograde and Mercury. This is harmony between our emotional well-being, what we're doing to stay lighthearted and fun during everything that's coming up, and how you're letting it evolve your values, your self-worth, and your standards in relationships and money. Mercury and Venus are right on top of each other at the beginning of the week, amplifying those themes of reframing your mindset around your relationship and money standards. What are you putting up with that you don't want to keep creating in your life? Now is the time to let it go, reframe it, move on from it. On Tuesday, this amplifies as Mercury and Venus get tighter together in the sky, and the sun in Pisces is practically chasing down Saturn. Moon in Leo will be adding some harmony to Chiron in Aries, prompting for an emotional healing. How are we disciplined with creating our dream? Where do we need to be consistent in order to bring in those new things that we have changed our values around? Right now, it's all about your belief systems and really kind of being delusional by telling yourself a new story, because that's how you're going to create that new reality, even if you don't see it manifest yet. Also on Tuesday, the moon is adding conflict to Uranus and Taurus. There may be some emotional healing or breakthrough that creates an unexpected change in our life, or we could feel like we're torn between the changes we want to make and our emotional health. We really got to trust in the divine orchestration of our lives right now and remember our faith with Neptune on the North Node in Pisces. Being overly reliant on the mind, South Node in Virgo, is only going to hold us back from our potential growth, happiness, joy, and the manifestation we're creating. I almost forgot, it's eclipse week. We're really going to start to feel that as the moon moves into Virgo on Wednesday, and the sun is actually on top of Saturn. How are you staying disciplined to the new direction you're being pulled into that is probably divinely guided and inspired? Something you can't predict or plan or analyze with the mind. This eclipse is really going to bring up those patterns and how we can reframe those tendencies to rely on our mental faculties that usually always fail us instead of our spirit, our soul, and our heart. Before we get to the eclipse on Thursday, we do have a challenging aspect between Jupiter and Gemini and the moon and Virgo on Wednesday. This could bring about friction and tension between our expansion, what we're maybe overly focused on, again with that reliance on the mind, versus what our soul and our feelings or emotions are guiding us toward. We're going to feel that on Thursday as well. And then late on Thursday or early on Friday is the eclipse. Again, bringing up themes, as it will be opposite Saturn, of how we need to be disciplined with trusting in our path led by our soul instead of what's going on in the mind. Because trusting in that divine guidance right now is not only going to improve our lives, but also our well-being. Soon after the full moon eclipse, the moon will move into Libra and Mercury goes retrograde literally 24 hours after the eclipse. Late on Friday night or early on Saturday is when the retrograde starts. When the moon moves into Libra, it will be harmonizing with Pluto. So again, those changes and transformations we want to make, I need a hot glue gun, oh my god, in our relationships and with our money are going to be supported right after this eclipse. So again, this might bring up breakthroughs, revelations, maybe that come through dreams or meditation or divine guidance. And then the next day, it's like, okay, I have the clarity. I know what to do. I know how to transform what has been showing up for me to really be embodied and integrated in the new story. Then on Saturday, the moon harmonizes with Jupiter and Gemini that just rolled across the board. Apparently has an important message for us too this weekend. But the moon will be opposite Venus and Mercury as well. So there might be tension between our emotional needs at this time for a connection, what we're actually still kind of reevaluating in terms of a connection and our mindset around that connection. But this will be a great weekend for socializing. It could just bring up some stuff you didn't expect to have to face. But it's all for your highest good to help you evolve and step into the new. As the sun is approaching the North Node, illuminating the new direction we need to head in, how we really need to surrender the mind and our reliance to it. Sunday could further any healing that comes up on Saturday because the moon will be opposite Chiron in Aries, as Mars is starting to challenge Chiron for the third and final time. We'll be challenging the moon on Sunday as well. This could bring up a new structure you need to have in your life with the release of this energy happening through Capricorn. Where do you need to set boundaries or be a little bit more disciplined with yourself or other people? This is a big week. How is this all showing up for you? Tell me in the comments and I'll see you next week.